In this lesson, we're going to learn how to pattern bodies and also move solid bodies in SOLIDWORKS. Let's open, again, one of the files from your Chapter 1 folder. And this time, let's open the Crankshaft Start part file. This part contains just a few features and a single solid body. Let's expand this slightly so you can see what's going on. We're going to create the rest of the crankshaft from this single solid body using linear patterns and rotating bodies about an axis. I'm also going to show you a secondary process that you can use to make this that's maybe not as straightforward and a little more involved. So we'll go through this twice. Let's start by creating a mirror feature. The mirror face should be the end of the cylinder that's not near the origin. And then instead of features to mirror, we're going to select the bodies to mirror. And just select anywhere on the solid body. Make sure also that the Merge Solid option is turned on. This way, when the body is mirrored, it will automatically be joined to the original and we'll have just a single solid body. So let's click the green check and see what's happened. We got a single solid body and there's no break along the cylindrical face. This is a crankshaft for a 6-cylinder motor, so we're going to need 3 lobes spaced at 120 degrees. We can do the 3 lobes or the 120 degrees at once, but we can't do both. So let's create a linear pattern, and the direction in this case is going to be along the z-axis. I used a template that already had the axes established, and that's a practice I would recommend. Again, we've got the choice to pattern features or faces, but let's select bodies, and we're just going to select this one body. The spacing is 5.75 inches from flat to flat, and we only need 3 of these, not 7. Notice that we've got 3 separate bodies, and there is a break in between each of them along the cylindrical face. So now what we need to do is position these additional 2 bodies. To rotate a solid body, go to Insert, Features, Move Copy. Make sure that the Copy option is turned off, or else you will wind up with extra bodies that we don't need later on. In this case, let's move the second body, the one in the middle, and make sure that the translate and rotate options are showing. If they're not, you'll need to click on this button down at the bottom, which either says constraints or translate rotate. Expand the rotate panel, and in the first rotation selection box, select the z-axis and key in 120 degrees. You could also use the interface in the graphics window to do this, but it's easier, faster, and more accurate to just key in the number. Click the green check when you've got it the way you want it. Let's do that again, and again that was through Insert, Features, Move Copy. We're going to move this last body, rotate about the z-axis, and this time we'll go 240 degrees. We could also rotate negative 120, which would get us to the same place. Okay, so now we've got this section of the crankshaft, but we've still got 3 separate bodies. Let's join these together into a single solid body. And we'll do that using Insert, Features, Combine, and of the 3 types, Add, Subtract, or Common, we want to select Add, and then select all 3 bodies. Notice after this operation, we get a Combine feature at the bottom of the tree. We have a single solid body in the Solid Bodies folder, and all the breaks on the cylindrical faces are gone between the bodies. So that's one way to move and position bodies in a multi-body part. Let's take a look at another way to do this. I'm going to delete everything after the linear pattern, So I select the first one and shift select the last, press delete, and enter. This time, to start out, we're going to make a circular copy. And the axis that we'll use in this case is just going to be a straight line on the model. Select this particular edge. The reason for doing this is that if you rotate them all on the part axis, all of the circular edges will be lined up, and we want those to be in different places so they're easier to select. From here, let's go to the Bodies to Pattern and select anywhere on the body. Something you can notice about the circular pattern is that it doesn't have the Merge Bodies option that the mirror feature has. This is at sometimes inconvenient, but in this particular situation, that's the way we would set it up if we had the option. So let's just accept this and see we get 3 separate bodies. They all look to be jumbled together, but we can tell which is the original because it has the origin at the center. Let's go back to the Insert menu, Features, Move Copy. But this time, let's use the Constraints options. In the Bodies to Move, just select one of the bodies that's not at the origin. And then in the Mate settings, we want to start with a coincident mate. Mates in bodies are very similar to mates in assemblies. So I'll select a flat face here, a flat face here, right-click to accept, a cylindrical face here, cylindrical face here. It gets concentric automatically, and I'll click Add. When I'm done moving the first body, I'll click the green check to accept, and to move the second body, we'll need to execute this command again. Insert, Features, Move Copy, Bodies to Move, Mate Settings, click on the flat face, right-click to accept, cylindrical face, and right-click to accept. And then click the green check to accept those settings. Now to join these together, again, we'll go to Insert, Features, Combine. You can take all of these features and put them on a special toolbar if you don't like going through the menus and you find that you're going to use them quite often. Let's combine these 3 bodies into a single crankshaft part. Select all of them and right-click to accept. We've got a single body and we've got 2 ways of doing it.